Hello and welcome to another Tuesday Truth with Thera-Mom. I'm Kelly Richardson. I'm glad you're here. Happy Tuesday. Happy spring. And thanks for tuning in. So today's Tuesday Truth goes out to teenagers. And if you're a teenager and you are lucky enough to have grandparents that are still alive today, I encourage you to reach out, connect with them, check in on them. If they've been vaccinated and they're opening themselves back up to the world and they live close enough, make time for them. If they live far away, FaceTime them, call them, Zoom them. Carve out time in your life to connect with your grandparents. I know teenagers are so often consumed with their peers and their friends, and that's who they want to spend time with, and that's who's fun and exciting and who they feel like they relate to. But I promise you this, if your grandparent is alive today, there will come a day when you will feel so lucky and so blessed and treasure and cherish all the memories you made with your grandparents. Because we never know for any of us how much longer, we're going to be around. But if you're lucky enough to have your grandparents, and if they want to connect to you, if they're grandparents that are loving and kind and interested in your life, and make the time for them. If you're lucky to live close, take them to breakfast. Carve out some time in your day for them. Give them a little bit of time. Because our grandparents, I always say time with grandparents is like simple moments become priceless memories. At some point in your life, those moments with your grandparents, even if they say funny things, or even if they can't relate to what you're talking about, or even if they tell you the same thing sometimes over and over and over, or sometimes maybe they say things that maybe isn't nice sometimes, offer them love and kindness and compassion and understanding, and make the time to just check in with them. If they're grouchy and grumpy sometimes, offer them forgiveness, and the same forgiveness you would give to your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your friends if they're salty with you. Offer that same amount to your grandparents. And just know that when you invest time with your grandparents, you're going to learn about your history and your family's origin and the life our grandparents led before electronics and social media, and the music they loved and what they did with their friends back then, just like what you're doing with your friends now. Find out what they did with their friends, because that's all part of your history. And if you're a female, that's your herstory. Right? We have his story and her story. This is part of your story. Your grandparents are such an amazing opportunity for you to learn about your story and where you come from and who they are and how they got to where they're at. Find out what they did with their grandparents. Because there might come a point when you might not have that ability to ask those questions anymore. So take the time, take them to breakfast, go to lunch, visit with them, sit in the backyard and visit with them, and really listen, offer them kindness and compassion. And I just think there will become a day when you will just be so grateful that you took that time to get to know your grandparents. If they don't live close, call them, FaceTime them, write them a letter, maybe make a time to go visit them this summer. Carve out time in your world to bring them into your world, because our grandparents are treasures and we want to treat them like that. And now that our world is opening back up and so many of the grandparents have been stuck at home for a year trying to just make sure they were safe, let's flood them with extra love and extra kindness and extra compassion and connect with them and make sure that they know that they matter. Tuesday Truth, put it into practice. Reach out to your grandparent, even if just today you just send them a phone call. Some grandparents are hip and cool and they text, and if you want to text them and just say, Grandma, Grandpa, I was thinking about you and I love you. If not, leave them a message, call them, take the time, let them know that they matter. They are treasures in your life, whether you know it now, you may know it at some point. And you just don't want that some point to be at a point when it's too late for you to make that connectedness. Have a great Tuesday. We'll talk soon. As always, love, love, love on your teenager. If you're a teenager, be kind to yourself. And this week, reach out to your grandparents. Bye-bye.